Proverbs chapter 10. A wise son maketh a glad father. The mouth of a righteous man is a well of life. He that uttereth slander is a fool. The desire of the righteous shall be granted. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish son is the heaviness of his mother. Treasures of the wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivereth from death. The Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he casteth away the substance of the wicked. He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. He that gathereth in summer is a wise son, but he that sleepeth in harvest is a son that causeth shame. Blessings are upon the head of the just, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. Okay, I'm going to pause here. As you know, in this section, this starts our second section of Proverbs. This is just called the Proverbs of Solomon. And these are actual proverbs, short sayings of homespun wisdom. Each of these verses is its own separate proverb. So this is now just, instead of the first section, chapters 1 through 9, was kind of the counsel that Solomon was giving to his son. And it reads like a father talking to his son. This is just little snippets of wisdom. Now, most of these are, in my opinion, fairly self-explanatory. I'm not going to comment on every verse. So I'm just going to read through the rest of these. And if something stands out to me, then I'll make a comment. But otherwise, I just keep reading. I do like a couple of things here. I find it funny. A wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish son is the heaviness of his mother. The mother is the one that cares for the failure of her children more than the father. I find that interesting. But I do like that. He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand. Oh, if you're lazy, you're not going to make any money. If you're diligent and you're out there and you're doing what you need to do, then you will prosper. You will make your money. You will make what you need to. Now, we're back in verse 7. The memory of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot. In other words, when we remember good, just people, it is pleasant. We enjoy the stories of good, just people. But when we remember the wicked, it is something that it doesn't sit well with us. Verse 8. The wise in heart will receive commandments, but a prating fool shall fall. He that walketh uprightly walketh surely, but he that perverteth his ways shall be known. He that winketh with the eye causeth sorrow, but a prating fool shall fall. The mouth of a righteous man is a well of life, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. Now, I think that one's actually a very good one for the modern day. The violence covereth the mouth of the wicked, but a righteous mouth of a righteous man is a well of life. In our political discourse today, people who are yelling and screaming and getting angry and violent in their words, and especially when they get violent in their actions, that is a wicked person. That is a person who does not have the righteousness on their side. They don't have the goodness on their side. And so they have to try and force their views through violence. Consider that in our modern political discourse. Verse 12. Hatred stirreth up strife, but love covereth all sins. In the lips of him that hath understanding wisdom is found, but a rod is for the back of him that is void of understanding. Wise men lay up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is near destruction. The rich man's wealth is a strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. The labor of the righteous tendeth to life, the fruit of the wicked to sin. That's talking about spiritual stuff here. The labor of the righteous tendeth to life. We work, we are blessed, we will have eternal life. The wicked, their actions will lead to sin, death, all that. Anyways, verse 17. He is in the way of life that keepeth instruction, but he that refuseth reproof erreth. He that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth a slander is a fool. In the multitude of words there wanteth not sin, but he that refraineth his lips is wise. The tongue of the just is as choice silver, the heart of the wicked is little worth. Let me step back to 19 here. This reminds me a lot of some of the comments I've been getting on some of my videos. Just the lengthy descriptions, the lengthy statements. So in multitude of words, there wanteth not to say no. If you have to give too much, if you have to explain yourself too much, then there's something wrong. Short, simple. Sophistry and rhetoric are not signs of true wisdom. Verse 21. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for want of wisdom. The blessing of the Lord, it maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow with it. It is as sport to a fool to do mischief, but a man of understanding hath wisdom. The fear of the wicked, it shall come upon him, but the desire of the righteous shall be granted. As the whirlwind passeth, so is the wicked no more, but the righteous is an everlasting foundation. As vinegar to the teeth, and as smoke to the eyes, so is the sluggard to them that send him. In other words, the lazy person who is sent to do a job is just as annoying as getting smoke in your eyes. But verse 27, the fear of the Lord prolongeth days, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. The hope of the righteous shall be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. The way of the Lord is strength to the upright, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. The righteous shall never be removed, but the wicked shall not inhabit the earth. The mouth of the just bringeth forth wisdom, but the froward tongue shall be cut out. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked speaketh frowardness. Just a brief note on these proverbs. You'll note in most of them, you have the two parts. This is for these guys, but the opposite is this. That they are the two opposites. The righteous get life, the wicked sin. The lazy are poor, the diligent gain riches. This duality here is very prominent. Most actual proverbs seem to follow this pattern. So that's the end of this chapter, and we'll see you in the next one. I wanted to add this to each of these videos of Proverbs, chapters 10 through 24, because I'm making only brief comments on some of the Proverbs, because each verse is its own separate proverb in these chapters. I want to extend this invitation to anybody listening. If you would like to make a comment on any of the Proverbs, post a comment or just ask me a question what I think of any of the Proverbs that I may have not made a comment about.